This video is sponsored by Brilliant. Hi, this is Kate from Minute Earth. Say you're in the forest and you hear the chirp of a tree frog and the howl of a wolf. The good news is that the wolf is probably a lot farther away from you than the frog. A howl can travel a long way, but not because wolves are louder. A gray wolf and a gray tree frog actually call at about the same volume. It's because the howl sound and the chirp sound behave very differently from each other. And that has big implications for why some animals chirp and others howl in the first place. Both sounds, all sounds actually, are waves of pressure that eventually vibrate parts of your auditory system. In a chirp, the waves are short and compact, so there are many waves per second. Whereas in a howl, the waves are long and spread out, so there are far fewer waves per second. This characteristic, the wave's frequency, determines what a sound, sounds like. High-frequency waves
sound high-pitched,
and low-frequency waves
sound low-pitched.
But a wave's frequency can also determine whether it even reaches your ears in the first place. High-frequency waves simply aren't good at traveling long distances. The first reason is that as a wave waves, it releases energy as heat. And the more frequently a wave waves, the more energy it releases as it travels along, and therefore the sooner it runs out of energy. So a chirp will fade out over a shorter distance than a howl of equal volume. But there's also the matter of obstacles. Low-frequency waves tend to bend around objects, a tree, a building, a Bigfoot, whereas high-frequency waves are much more likely to reflect off them. It's like ocean waves hitting the coast. Long rolling waves kind of flow around it, while short choppy waves get interrupted. In the same way, the short choppy wave of a high-frequency chirp is likely to bounce away before reaching your ears. That's why animals that communicate from afar, say social animals that roam long distances like wolves and elephants, or solitary animals in search of far-flung mates like koalas and humpback whales, use really low-frequency calls that don't run out of energy quickly or bounce off of things along the way. Elephants' rumbles, which are so low frequency that humans can't hear them, can reach herd mates 10 kilometers away. And since sounds tend to travel even farther in water than in air, some whales' low-frequency songs can travel more than 1,000 kilometers. Of course, animals can and do use medium and even high-frequency calls to communicate, but since these calls fade out more quickly, the critters have to be much closer together. But what high-frequency calls are really good for is when animals want their calls to bounce off of stuff. Bats and dolphins, for instance, use high-frequency vocalizations precisely because these calls reflect off of the tiniest of obstacles, like an insect, a fish, or, in a bizarre experiment designed to test the limits of dolphin echolocation, a kernel of corn, which isn't exactly something a dolphin would need. But in the end, communication, whether it's high or low frequency, is all about making sure that your call is able to reach the right ear. Okay, so now that you know a bit about the characteristics of sound waves, how would you go about stopping them? For that, you should turn to Brilliant, the sponsor of this video. Brilliant can help guide you to mastery by taking a complex science or math concept, like, say, learning how waves travel and interact, and breaking it up into bite-sized, understandable chunks, including how guitars make standing waves, why the Doppler effect sounds so strange, and, yep, how noise-canceling headphones cancel out sounds from the outside world. When you challenge yourself a little bit each day, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. Just go to brilliant.org/MinuteEarth and sign up for free. As a bonus for Minute Earth viewers, the first 200 people that go to that link will get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Click on the link in the description and try Brilliant now.